In this video, I'm going to show you how to add this ripple or wave effect to your buttons when you hover over them. You're going to be using just HTML and CSS. So if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my tutorial uploads. I upload videos to help you improve your web development skills. So if you're a beginner or you want to improve your web development skills, make sure you subscribe and leave a like on this video. Now let's get into it. Inside the HTML document, you type in the exclamation sign and press tab. And this will generate the standard boilerplate for an HTML5 document. And inside the head element, you change the title to Pattern Ripple Effect. And when you refresh, it appears over here. Next, we add a link to the CSS file, style.css. And when you go into the CSS file, we can see it's empty for now. But later in the video, we set styles for the HTML elements. So make sure you stick to the end to not miss that part. Now inside the body element, create a button and give it a class name of Ripple Button. And this button should have an inner text of hover me. And still inside this button, you add a span tag and give it a class name of wave. And this span tag should be empty. And that is all we need for the markup. Now let's add some style to our markup. So in the CSS file, we first select the body and set the margin of the body to 0 to remove all the margins we have. Next, we set the height of the body to 100 viewport heights. And we centrally place our button by setting the display to flex, justify content to center, and set the align items property also to center. And this is what we have. Now let's add a background, a blackish background to our body. So we set the background color to this background color, and this is what we have. Next, we start the button. So we get the class name Ripple button and we target it. We set the font size of the button to 3 EM. Set the font weight to bold, to bolden the text. And we set the color of our text to white. Now we add some paddings, a padding of 2 REM for the vertical and 3 REM for the horizontal inside the button. And you add a background color of purple to our button. And then remove all borders. And we set the border radius property to 60 pixels, surrounding the borders of our button. And we set the cursor to pointer so that when we mouse over it, we have a human hand. And that's it for now for the button. Now let's style the wave span that we added inside the button. So inside any buttons, any class of wave, we set the position to absolute. And then we come back into our button and set the position of the button to relative so that our wave will stick, will be relative to our button. It will stick to the button. And we set the width of the wave class to 100% and set the height also to 100%. Now we set the background color of this wave to this version of white, so it's a gray color. And then we position it negative 110% to the left, so we shift it to the left. This is what we have. And then we set the top position to 0. Now let's slant it a bit by setting the transform property. We skew exit by -5 degrees to slant it. Next, when we hover over the button, what should happen to our wave span? So with the ripple button, when we hover over it, anyway, now we set the left positioning this time to positive 110. So we move to the other side because naturally it's positioned negative 110. So when we hover over our button, we position the wave span to positive 110. So we move to the opposite side. Now we come into the ripple button and set the Z index to 0. And for the wave span, we set the Z index to -1 so that the wave span can flow behind the text inside the button. Now we add a transition for the left to 0.4 seconds ease so we can have a smooth transition of our wave span when it is moving from its natural position to the opposite side. Now we go into our ripple button and add an overflow. We set the overflow property to hidden so that any overflowing elements will be hidden. It will not show. So the only visible part of our span is when it is moving over the button, and this creates the ripple effect, just as we see. So yeah, this is how to create a simple button ripple effect with HTML and CSS. I hope this video helped you out, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss any of our next uploads. Leave a like on this video and comment down below. See you in my next video.